He had not spoken to another human being in 31 days. Stay until the end, or the water finally stills. The darkness of the Antarctic winter was almost palpable, a physical presence that pressed against his skin. As he stepped out of his small cabin, the cold air slapped him awake, and the stars twinkled like ice chips in the sky. The snow crunched beneath his feet, a sound that echoed through the stillness like a lonely heartbeat. The scientist breathed in deeply, feeling the chill of the air fill his lungs, and began his daily routine, a ritual that kept him grounded in the vast, frozen expanse. What happened next changed everything he thought he knew about himself. As he trudged through the snow, his footsteps quiet on the frozen landscape, he stumbled upon a hidden ice cave, its entrance guarded by towering pillars of ice. The air inside was still, and the scientist felt a sense of reverence wash over him, as if he had entered a sacred space. The silence that followed was unlike any he had ever heard, a silence that seemed to hold the weight of the continent. He spent hours inside the cave, his footsteps echoing off the walls, his breath visible in the cold air. As he explored the cave, he began to notice the tiny details that made this place unique, the way the ice crystals refracted the light, casting tiny rainbows on the walls, the sound of dripping water, and the smell of ice, a scent that was both clean and ancient. The scientist felt a sense of wonder creep over him, a sense of awe that he had not experienced since he was a child. As he made his way back to his cabin, the stars were setting, casting a pale light over the landscape, and he felt a sense of peace settle over him, a sense of belonging to this vast, frozen world. But as the days turned into weeks, the scientist began to feel the strain of his solitude, the weight of his own thoughts bearing down on him. He started to question his decision to winter alone in Antarctica, to wonder if he had made a terrible mistake. The silence that had once been a balm to his soul now felt oppressive, a constant reminder of his isolation. What he discovered out there is something most people spend a lifetime avoiding. As he struggled to come to terms with his doubts, the scientist turned to his research, poring over his notes and data, searching for answers to the questions that plagued him. He spent long hours in his laboratory, surrounded by the instruments and equipment that had become his lifeline, his connection to the world beyond the ice. And then, one day, he made a breakthrough, a discovery that changed the course of his research and his life. The realization hit him like a wave, a surge of excitement and wonder that left him breathless. As he stood in his laboratory, surrounded by the trappings of his science, the scientist felt a sense of pride and accomplishment wash over him, a sense of validation that he had not felt in months. But as he looked out the window, at the vast expanse of ice and snow, he knew that this moment was not just about him, or his research, but about the incredible beauty and power of the natural world. The scientist felt a sense of humility creep over him, a sense of awe at the realization that he was just a small part of this vast, interconnected web of life. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, the scientist began to feel a sense of transformation taking place within him, a sense of growth and change that he could hardly understand. He felt like he was shedding his old skin, like a snake slithering out of its worn, tired body, and emerging anew, reborn into a world that was both familiar and strange. The silence that had once been a source of pain and doubt had become a source of strength and wisdom, a reminder of the incredible beauty and power of the natural world. As the scientist stood on the ice, looking out at the frozen landscape, he felt a sense of peace settle over him, a sense of belonging to this vast, frozen world. He knew that he would carry this sense of peace, this sense of wonder, with him for the rest of his life, a reminder of the incredible journey he had undertaken and the discoveries he had made, both within himself and in the natural world. The scientist's journey had been one of discovery, not just of the natural world, but of himself, and the depths of human resilience and the beauty of the frozen wilderness. As he looked out at the ice, he knew that he would never forget this experience, this journey to the edge of the world, where the boundaries between self and nature dissolved. The scientist's story is a testament to the transformative power of solitude in the natural world, a reminder that even in the most extreme and inhospitable environments, there is beauty, wonder, and a deep sense of connection to the world around us. And as we stand on the edge of this frozen landscape, looking out at the vast expanse of ice and snow, we are reminded of the incredible beauty and power of the natural world, and the depths of human resilience that lie within us all. If this story moved you, if it made you stop, breathe, and think, subscribe to Still Waters Speak. New stories every single day.